Good morning, first graders. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2020. Today what we're going to do in TIG is we're going to continue working on verbs and its tenses. So this week we learned about verbs in the past tense. We learned about verbs that happen in the present tense. We learned about verbs that happens in the future tense. Now, if a verb happens in the past, it means it already happened. If a verb is in the present tense, it means right now. If it happens in the future, it means it hasn't happened yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill out this chart with our verbs. And I can see that the author already has done the first one for us. So I can see they put jumped, jump, will jump. And I see that the author remembered the most important rule about past tense is the suffix ed. Because remember, ed tells the reader or the listener that this already happened. Maybe it happened yesterday. Maybe it happened 2 weeks ago. Maybe it happened a million years ago. But it already happened. So remember, past tense has ed. Now, if there's present tense, we leave the verb alone. Nothing happens to that verb. And if it's in the future tense, we add the word will. And the word will tells the reader or the listener that this hasn't happened yet. It will happen maybe tomorrow, maybe it'll happen later today, maybe it'll happen 7,000 years in the future, but it hasn't happened yet. So remember, if it's in the past, it needs ed. If it's happening right now, we leave the verb alone. If it hasn't happened yet, it will happen in the future, we will need will. So let's practice that as a class. So I see that the author already did this one, and she wrote cleaned, and she remembered ed. Now, we're going to write the word clean in the present tense. Remember, if it's in a present tense, we leave it alone, we just write the verb. And now we're going to write it in future tense. Now remember, in the future tense, it needs the word will. And that tells the reader it has not happened. So next one, I see the author wrote the future tense for will kick. And she remembered the word will, which tells me that's future tense. And what you're going to do now by yourself is you're going to write the verb kick in present tense, kick in past tense. Remember what happens to the verbs in those tenses. Okay. Now, I want us to pay attention to these two at the bottom, because these two at the bottom are irregular. And Mrs. Draper taught you about regular verbs yesterday. And irregular verbs are verbs that don't follow rules when it comes to the past tense. They kind of do their own thing for the past tense. So for the word sing, if I was talking about somebody who sang yesterday, I wouldn't say I singed yesterday. I would say I sang yesterday. And with the future tense, it doesn't change. Still the same rule. We need the word will and the word sing. Now this is another irregular verb. And the author already filled out the one for past tense. So what do you think the present tense of ate is? It is eat. Good job. Because I wouldn't say, today I ate an apple, because that would tell me that I ate the apple yesterday. But if I was talking about eating the apple today, I was to eat. And once again, with irregular verbs, the future tense does not change. We just need the word will and the word eat. Now here in this space below, what you're going to do is you're going to write your own verb in past tense, present tense, and future tense. Don't forget that if you're writing your verbs, that if it's a regular verb, that means it follows the rules. It needs an ed for the past tense. You leave it alone for present tense. You need the word will for future tense. If it's an irregular verb, that means it does not follow the rule. Look at the page from yesterday, and that might be able to help you. All right? As always, be kind, be safe, wash your hands, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Love you guys. Bye.